Hey, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Writer's Bookshelf. So today we're going to continue our bonus series for the Season 2 set, where, as if you're familiar with any of the bonus videos that we do, it's not about structure or any type of writing style. It's more about the mechanics of writing, which includes vocabulary, sentence structure, and all the small things. The things that actually make your writing strong, your ideas clear, and things like that. And so today we're going to do another dictionary, and it's one that I admit I don't use as much anymore. Back when I bought it, I used it all the time, and I thought it was like a really clever idea, because what it does is it groups up words by concept, not by alphabet. And that dictionary is called the Descriptionary, which I think is a clever title. And it's been out for a little over 10 years now. But the way it's set up, if you remember last time, it would have been a month ago, we did the visual dictionary, where the visual dictionary was also based on categories, and you had pictures and things were labeled and all of that. So this is sort of like that, but rather than giving you just pictures with words attached, it actually gives you the definitions as you would normally expect in a dictionary, but it's grouped by category. So like for farming, you can see an acre, an auger, a baler, and barn raising are just some of the examples that are laid out. And of course, farming is under the occupational main section there. So farming would be a subheading to occupation, and then if you want to learn more about different farming vocabulary, or just jargon, if you want to learn the jargon, you'll learn more about what that is. So acre, it's a square of land measuring approximately 209 feet, or 61 meters per side. An auger is a spinning spiral shaft that is used to convey grain in or out of storage bins. A baler is a machine that compresses and ties hay or straw into rectangles or round bales to facilitate storage. And barn raising is the erection of the new barn with the help of neighbors, family, and friends, popular event in rural America. So that's just a few words out of many. You will notice that these are in alphabetical order. Once you get to the categories, the alphabet returns, but until you get to the categories, the alphabet's not an issue. And you'll see that once you exhaust the list, it'll go on to a new category. So in this case, we go down to firefighting. Okay, and of course that assumes that there was something other than farming before occupation started. Except there's not, because that was the start of the section. But other categories you have, other than occupations, you have performing arts and broadcasting, if you can see up in the header. Or maybe I'll just show you the front section here. Oh, sorry. Actually, you have what is this? Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the section on publishing, and they gave me all these footnotes and things that actually tells you what symbols mean whenever you're referring to book publishing. I think that's interesting. I didn't actually know that. Again, this is a book I haven't looked at much lately, but it's all there. So what I was actually trying to get to is this section here on performing arts and broadcasting. And so the very first thing they have is dance. So like if you need to know like different dance moves, this will teach you what it is. So if you want to know what a bambuca is the National Ballroom Dance of Colombia. Now you know. What about a bunny hop? A bunny hop is a Congo-like dance of the 1950s featuring 3 hops instead of a kick. So if you can picture that, you know what a bunny hop is. What is clogging? Clogging is a dance of the Blue Ridge Mountains featuring double-time stomping and tap steps and wood-soled shoes. So you can already see the value of a book like this, because it's going to go and it's going to not only give you the accurate definition of what these things are, but what it's actually good for is it's good for research, because let's be honest, like I would never dream to look up clogging in the dictionary, in the regular dictionary, to find out a dance move. I wouldn't know that it exists. Even the visual dictionary is not going to show me dances, because how are you going to simulate that unless you give me actual hand motions and things. So something like this can actually kind of bridge the gap between the two types of dictionaries by showing you that if you want to learn what the different dance styles are, here's the section that you have to go to learn all the different dances. And then and of course by all, I don't literally mean all, I'm sure there's a bunch that they didn't cover, but all the different styles you might want to consider. And then again, if you're looking for authenticity in your book, and let's say maybe your character is a John Travolta type who just knows how to dance a little bit, you can figure out what the heck he knows how to do by reading the list and finding what best matches his style. And then what you can do, obviously, is once you figure out what it is, you can go to Google, look it up, and find out more about how it looks. So let's say if I wanted to learn more about what the clogging looks like, I might put in YouTube example of clogging dance or something like that, because at least now I know what the term is, so I know what to look for. So now I can go and watch a video of somebody actually doing that dance. So if I want to replicate that in my book, I can, and have some authenticity. So that's just another example. What I used it a lot for was like geology, because like I wanted to have a little more authenticity and like, let's say, the types of rocks that the character would interact with. I don't necessarily want to say the character kicked a rock. I want to know, was it a pebble, was it a stone, was it a brick? These are the kinds of things where having an imagination for yourself can convey better to the reader, but sometimes you need that little bit of a jog to get yourself to that point. So something like the Descriptionary will get you there, or at least again get you there closer. You still have to ultimately do the work, but if you have a little bit of help getting a little closer to your goal, then I think a book like this will have done the job. So it's essentially it's a little thinner than most dictionaries. Most dictionaries are 1,000 pages or more. This one is just shy of 650 plus index. So if you do know what word you're looking for, you can always go to the index and see exactly what page it falls under. But I still think the appeal of this book is to go by the category and try to figure out like what what something means. So like if I want music terms, I have that category, and then I can just skim down the line and see that acoustics is the science of sound properties. Now would I use acoustics in a text? Maybe, depends on how it's like. A definition like that might be a little harder to convey. In action, that would be more of a generic term. So the acoustics would be, if you're referring to the science of sound properties, that's not the same as the actual like hearing the sound come off a wall. That might have a different design. But if it's in here, you can go and look it up and see what fits it, and that way if you get tired of trying to figure out what it is, at least you have some other options to look up, like what's the coda. It's the final or closing passage of a movement. Ear training, not car training. This is where I need to get classes. Ear training, the teaching of pitch and rhythm recognition. So it's practical, just even for essays. Maybe you're not even writing a novel. Maybe you just want to show that you know what you're talking about. If you're writing an essay on music, you have different definitions here you can just pick up on the fly and use for your advantage there. So it's a very simple book. I mean, there's no flair here. There's no like introductory articles other than just the introduction, which is basically going to tell you everything I just did. I mean, it gets right. I mean, next page is you're getting right into animals. So, like, there's no fluff here. It's like, do you want a book on words that's categorized and makes it easy for you to find what you're looking for? This will do it. So, when I bought it, it was $24.95. I actually just checked Amazon to make sure it was still on sale, because that'd be embarrassing to promote a book that you can no longer buy. But I just checked out to make sure it's available, and it is on Amazon. But it's not $25, it's $30. So do bear in mind that the price is going to be a little more expensive now than it used to be, which is a good excuse for buying books when you know you need them, because you never know, they might go up in price. You would always think that old things would get cheaper, but they don't necessarily, and this is one example of that. But I definitely think it's one for the bookshelf. It's on my bookshelf clearly. Again, I use it not as often as I used to, only because right now I'm sort of in a niche kind of mindset where I'm just trying to get the story written. I'm not worrying about the details at this point, and for the details that I don't know, oftentimes I find it's easy to look it up on Google or ask a friend, whatever. But I don't always know what the vocabulary is, and that's where a book like this really kicks in. Now, it doesn't mean my reader will know it either, so you still got to use it in context. But that's part of the joy of writing is being able to teach new words through your use of new words. So if you really want to be accurate, again, it's a good book to have, and I do recommend that you add it to your library. So that's the Descriptionary. Do check it out. And if you have any questions, about it, just you can leave a comment for me below, and I'll see if I can answer it. We've got 3 more planned bonuses for this this season, and then I'm going to take a break because I need one, and also because I still gotta play catch up on the season 3 books. When I say play catch up, I mean I gotta start them. A few of them I've read in the past. I gotta refresh my memory, but we will probably, as I said in the last video, in case you missed it, the earliest I'll probably start season 3 will be the summer, and that's still dependent on whether or not I'm ready to do that. The view count on these videos has definitely shrunk since season 1, so I'm factoring that in as well. If you do want to see more of these more often, you do need to make sure you watch the videos, like them, subscribe, do all that stuff. Tell your friends about if you have writer friends, point them in the direction. Or, you could just tell them what book to read. I guess that's sort of the point of the videos. But it does help me to know that, the information is getting shared one way or another, whether it's through a video link or just telling people that, hey, this is a book worth reading. But do let me know how that's working out for you. But anyway, we're going to have one more dictionary next week. It's actually going to be a thesaurus in January. And then, the next, I got 2 more thesauruses I'm going to cover. And then in the middle, there's going to be one about word usage that I'm still reading it myself. It's not an exciting book, but it's again very helpful if you're struggling with word use. So we'll get there eventually. But yeah, that's the Writer's Bookshelf season 2, bonus 2, and I hope that you make good use of it, and let me know if you use any of these books. Let me know if they're helping you at all. It's always nice to know that you guys are learning something, or again, learning what books are out there that are worth reading, if nothing else. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Come back in January for the next Writer's Bookshelf. Hopefully I'll have other videos for you sooner about writing or about writing tools. Might have more Atticus videos. NaNoWriMo, I'm not doing anything else on that. I didn't really participate much. I spent 3 days on it, and I got too overwhelmed with other projects. So my NaNoWriMo is basically nothing this year. It is what it is. We have those years. I thought I was going to break 15,000 minimum. I didn't even break 2. It wasn't the right year for that. But let me know how you guys did on NaNoWriMo if you think about it. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.